My people are here. Let me see. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Mbolo to all my beautiful African royals. I see you have showed up for your queen this morning. Greetings, my royal. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Welcome to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. Today, your host, Queen Ngningone II, at your service, my royals. We will talk about keeping our families together, the Bantu way. Okay, my royals? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see the comments. Oh, the daughter of Zion. Hello, my princess. I receive all your loving messages. I love you too. I feel the pull towards you is so strong. When you just write, I love you, it hits me. It hits me hard in a very profound way. We are indeed one. I see you guys, Isadora, Dorel, Muntu Congo. So hello, hello, hello. Cohen Jireh. Oh, you made it. I see you in the chat. My adorable royal. Amukilani. Hello, 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 hello. All right, it's so good to see you guys on the chat. So greetings again, Bolo, Akewa, Mbote. All right, my royals. So let's get started. Today, I would like to talk about keeping our families together. All right, so let's begin this chat. So I will start by thanking you and welcoming you to Nubia, the Path to Return, the home of the African royals. Okay, today's message was channeled to me last night. I was told to tell you guys about what we do back at home to keep families together. All right. So what you must know as a African royal, for us Bantus, marriage is very important, like I covered in a previous video. So I even have a video on marriage, the marriage right per the Fang people. You will find it on our page. The subtitle is in English. So as you could see, marriage for us is the fusion of two families. You know, they get together and decide to become one. As you could see, the bride's family, who are like my cousin, the guy giving away his daughter, that's my uncle, a cousin of my mom. So as you could see how it works, we wear our own colors, and then the groom family, they wear their uniform. So only after the deal is sealed, the bride goes and changes into the colors of her people. So what does it mean? It means that literally she switches side, okay? And during the traditional wedding and stuff, not only the living are called on both sides, but also the dead are called as well. All right. So what it means is something very serious. So for us Bantu, when we give away our daughter, we give her away wholly, physically, mentally, and spiritually. She crosses, she leaves our clan and becomes member of your clan. Okay? So keep that in mind before we go any further. And as you know, I also mentioned in one of the previous videos that we, the Africans, the blacks, we are the earth element of Tatanzambe's creation. So we are the earth. The white people are the air. Our red-skinned brothers, they are the fire, and our yellow-skinned brothers are the water element. So it's important you understand, you know your nature. So we are earth people, all right? So anything that is earth is tangibles, you know, is solid, is concrete. If you guys ever wonder why anything about us is grandiose, is big, because we are the people of earth element. The earth encompasses everything, and any living thing the Creator has put on earth finds its food on earth. Okay? The birds, wherever they eat, if it's a grain, it must come from a tree that is planted on earth. Even the fish in the sea, what contains the water is the earth. It is still sitting on land. All right? So that's why the Creator blessed us with everything, all the natural resources. So us as earth people, we are very wealthy, you know, and the Creator gave us everything we needed, and including our knowledge. Each time He taught something to our ancestors, He revealed something to our ancestors, He always made reference to an animal. He was always like kind of pointing to our ancestors, observe this animal and how they do and what they do, because everything the Creator has put on earth serves a purpose. I see already have moderator. Sewelo Palesa Bantu. Thank you. Thank you, my royal, for moderating the whole thing. Oh, you like this is the bucket hat. Amukilani. This is the bucket hat. Okay? This is a signature of our Zulu queens. Okay, I would like to see more about the other tribe, ladies' fashion, but since, as you know, our Zulu are the one really putting our stuff out there. So today, again, I'm honoring them. All this is Zulu. So this is who am I channeling today? Queen Nandi of Amazulu. She's my favorite Zulu queen. So so basically, and as you know, us being the earth people, if you ever wonder why everything we do is grandiose, if we dare build a monument, it's something like a pyramid that still have these people thinking, how did they do? If we dare build a house, it's a Titanic on land. If we dare wear a jewelry, it's the type you can see a mile away, you know, because we are people of the earth. We are the original beings, you know, God put on earth. So we are called to live in peace, in harmony with his entire creation, even the animals. He tells us to observe them so we learn, we draw lessons from their behaviors and stuff like that. So don't believe the story that they came with the study of nature before we did. No, it's nonsense. All the writings and stuff they confiscated and those they burned already said all these things. God already had revealed to our ancestors how the ants work, how the lions move, how the elephant, and so on. Okay, so with that in mind, you have to understand that in order for us to stay balanced, we have to spend a lot of time in nature. So it's good, you know, to spend 20-30 minutes under the sun every day. It's good to, you know, walk barefoot on the grass. We need stuff like that. So the Creator gave us everything we need from that same earth. Okay? So what does it mean? It means that in order for us to be balanced and everything, we have to go back to live in that harmony with nature. It means we have to seek whatever we need. Our diet has to be as natural as possible. Even when it comes to healing ourselves, our medicine are mostly found in nature. All right? Even our wisdom, a lot of our wisdom, we got it from observing them. When the Creator pointed them, observe such and such group of animal and how they, you know, so we draw a lot of our wisdom in nature. So same thing with spirituality. Our spirituality, it comes from spirituality that the Creator, Tatanzambe, had revealed to our people. So all our secrets, everything is tied to nature. So when it comes to us, now let's bring it back to the family. Not only we have to stay close to nature in observation of nature and everything, but also we have to go back to how our parents, our ancestors, our forefathers built this impressive civilization. What kind of knowledge and virtues and values they were operating under. So that's what I'm doing today. So our people say, now this is the saying, I try to translate the best way I could for our children. So the goat's baby is a buck, right? Our people say that the buck grazes from the same grass the goat grazes from. Okay, so if your goat, and let's say you grazes lawn, you know, lawn grass, that's the same lawn grass your buck, your baby buck should come and grass in order for you to ensure continuity in your legacy, in your survival as a people. Okay? So, what does it mean? It means that we have to go back to our forefathers' way in every field, when it comes to dealing with family, when it comes to doing business, our economics, how we create and multiply wealth. We definitely have to go back to the way they were doing it. And same thing when it comes to spirituality. Okay? The colonizer destroyed all these things because they knew how powerful and useful they were to our ancestors. So today we're going to go back to when it comes to family. All right? So I told you that number one, for our sons out there, going around thinking they are the prize. No, I can't lie to you. Per our culture, per Bantu people, the man is not the prize, cannot be the prize. Okay, for many reasons that I already explained. So to us, when people are to get married, the group, the side that is to dig into their pocket and to bring offerings and gifts is the groom and his family. Okay, I would suggest over the weekend, go and watch that marriage rite for the fine people. So they bring gifts, they bring everything, you know, they basically come and show face that, hey, our son is willing to marry your daughter. We're here to seek her hand in marriage. So usually they come before, then they come and introduce themselves. And then the father of the bride will say, okay, I'll talk with my daughter, see if it's a go, and come back on such and such day. So when they come back, the father of the bride would tell them, yeah, I spoke with my daughter and she told me yes, that's the man she would like to marry. So you and your people come back on such and such day. And that's the day which is the traditional wedding. Now for us Africans, the traditional wedding is more important than the civil wedding or the church wedding, because this is when the family really gives their daughter away to you as the groom, right? So at that point, everything is discussed. The mothers will meet, the mothers on both sides will meet, the fathers on both sides will meet. Whomever has something to say is at that point, they need to say it. So living there, they will come into agreement that both parties will work together in maintaining that young union together. Meaning, if the son expressed that he's going to be a polygamist and stuff, so the bride already know that maybe after her there are going to be others. If he says it's going to be a monogamous relationship, everybody takes note. Like if your son expressed that he want to be a monogamous, you as his sister or his mom, you are not to introduce him to other women, because the deal was still in front of everybody, and it's at that point that, you know, each party had to say what they had to say, should they even have something to say, right? So when we give you our daughter, it means that spiritually also she becomes part of your clan. Okay, so the things I will discuss in continuation, you will see the length through which our people went to keep families together. So when you marry a woman, she crosses, she comes to your side. That's why some families, especially if the daughter is educated, she got degrees and stuff like that. She has degrees and stuff like that. To the bride family, it's a loss, because all that knowledge and stuff, she won't use it to embetter her father's family. She will use it to embetter her husband's family. So that's why even, you know, some fathers will ask for an expensive dowry when the daughter is educated. And when you marry one of us, you become a son. Meaning, let's say you marry a daughter and she's the firstborn of a family and she has young brothers. Some families may ask you, okay, as bride price or dowry, we want you to help raise her two youngest brothers and put them through college. That's the participation they're going to ask you, because they know their daughter now, she will come. Anything she produces becomes the man's. What does it mean? The children becomes the man's because he paid a bride price over her head. That's the only way Bantu would let you have their children and put your name or last name on their birth certificate. If you pay that bride price, other than that, you just stealing or leasing a woman. And even the children that come out of such a union, when you didn't pay a bride price, those children technically don't even belong to you. It means that spiritually, they still belong to the mother's clan. Okay? So with all that in mind, when you guys become together, when you take one of our daughters, you marry her, this is what is expected from you as a Monkosi. Monkosi are kings like no others. All right? They're solid, they're heavy. They don't get rattled because of a little something happened, they get rattled because they didn't get their way. They bust open their family, they scatter everybody. No. Monkoses are solid, Monkoses are fair, Monkoses are righteous. Monkoses are the kind of guy that make you break a dance. As soon as his car pulls in the garage, you be like, my papa home. These are Monkosi. You know, they protect their own, they provide for their own, that father, they are that patriarch. So when you take one of our daughters and you rightfully marry her, everything she produces becomes yours. What does it mean? The children will belong to your clan. You can name them whatever you want. Number two, spiritually, she crosses over, she goes to your clan. So it means whatever juju you guys have over there becomes also her juju or stuff like that. And what does it mean? Anything she produces becomes yours. Now, check this out. In a bantu, in a family, let's say in the case of infidelity, I see some of our people, you know, they will shame a woman they are with or they married with because she conceived a child outside the wedlock. For our people, as far as our people are concerned, infidelity is not encouraged, but when it happens, it's not a ground for a family to be broken. Okay? When your wife conceives a child outside the wedlock, that child is yours. Because whatever she produces is yours, including whatever she could bring from outside. Some of our men these days, they only want the good part, but they are not men enough and strong enough to still, you know, maintain the family unit together. If the wife is caught in an infidelity, tradition says whatever she produces is yours. So any child she would produce that is not biological yours is still yours, right? Some people just want to claim her paycheck, whatever she bought, they want to go and attach their name to it. They only want the good. But what our mothers, they do the same thing. When our fathers conceive a child outside, many of our mothers, you know, they go and see the girl. They say, see, my husband doesn't want to marry you, but he has a baby with you who belongs to my house. She goes and collect that baby and bring that baby home. So the baby could be raised along with the brothers and sisters. These are the things our mothers do. And that's what is expected of her. But because if the child will stand a chance of having a paternal lineage, the young girl or whomever needs to give that child away to the guy's wife. Unless the guy want to marry her soon, then it's a whole different arrangement. But if the guy stays firm that he doesn't want to marry the side chick, but however, there's a child between them, the wife goes and collect that child because technically that's her child. Anything her husband produces is hers, including the baby outside. Okay? So this is how they will go through humiliation, what the West will call humiliation. Oh, it's humiliating. No, it's part of life. So we do every and anything to keep the family together. So I'm going to give you another example. For example, when a man dies, okay, tradition wants that his widow doesn't leave the family just because he died. Because as you know, wherever the mother goes, the children will go. Let's say the mother goes and marries somebody else who's also, let's say, an equally great man or great woman. You know, technically the kids will follow their mother. The kids will attach themselves to another man. Even if their clan remain yours, they still have your last name and all, but nevertheless, they're having another person as a role model in their daily lives. So you see, to prevent that, tradition wants that the deceased man, one of the youngest brothers, you know, one of the younger brothers gonna take over that bride, that widow. So one of the youngest brother will marry the widow. So we keep her in the family and we keep our children in the family. So the younger brother may be already married and stuff, but his wife and himself has to do it, whether he likes his brother's widow or not. This is the level of honor. I mean, we go through extreme, what the Western people will call extreme length. Yes, we do, to maintain the family units together. Okay? So it's common. So ladies, when you marry a guy, make sure his brothers are cute as well, because you may end up with one of them should he die and you guys have children. They hate to see the mother go, you know, so they keep her in the compound. As far as that family is concerned, it's still their wife and she's not going anywhere. They're not chasing her anywhere. These are really what we do. And let's say, so we get each other's back. So the man has a baby outside. If he doesn't want to marry the girl, you go and see her. See, listen, look here, mama. There won't be no child support check. Because that baby in the house, yeah, it was supposed to be mine, but since you went around playing with my husband, I'm here collecting what is mine. Give me that baby or he will be a bastard. So usually girls don't want to do that. Girls don't want to have a bastard kid, meaning he doesn't have a paternal clan. In some countries, it's very looked down. Happy Sabbath. Thank you, Everett. Thank you. So we do whatever we need to do to keep that family together. Hey, gentlemen, check this out. When one of you has a fertility issue, there are some families, when I tell you guys to stay away from taking what is not yours, from doing evil to people, some family, you cross them, they're going to put a severe generational curse on you. One of the generational curse people strike with each other, especially when they're fighting over lands. They will make the male of that entire family lineage, infertile. I don't know how to say when a man's sperm is not strong enough to produce babies. So there are families like that. From the first to the last son, they can't have children because in their background, they did somebody dirty. And that person said, okay, especially land. If you steal my land, let's see who will inhabit that land. Because none of your males will be able to reproduce, for example. So, and then what happens? When you marry in such family, they don't tell you that up front. Right, ladies? They don't tell you that up front, but once you in, sterile, yeah. When a man is sterile, they don't tell you that up front, but once you marry, they may let you try. They will see maybe, okay, maybe this one is not affected by that curse or whatever. If they see 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, no babies, you will see the female from that lineage. The mom is usually the mom or the guy's sisters. They will approach you. They will call you one day, our wife, come, let's have a little talk. They will have you sit down. They will tell you, as you see, you've been trying, it's not happening because X, Y, and Z. So we need you to wipe that shame off of our son's face, because male infertilities are not acknowledged in our culture. So you could see that we spend a lot of time, trying to cover each other's shortcomings. It's not in our culture. For women, I see some women, they go out there and publicize that their man is impotent and publicize that their men are infertile and stuff. It's very tacky. We don't do that. Okay? Whatever happens in the bedroom, stay in the bedroom. Okay? Greetings, Bantu Queen. How are you? All right, so basically, when that happens and stuff, they call the woman, they sit her down. It's like, and this was before in vitro. Because in vitro is something that just barely showed up, I would say, the last 20 or 25 years. But before then, you had to do it the old-fashioned way. The mother and the sisters will call the wife in secrecy. They will tell you, this is what we're battling in this family, and we're counting on you to wipe away that shame. So what does it mean? You're gonna have to find someone discreetly. You have to get pregnant by some other guy. So you do your due diligence. If your husband is a kind of type, you try to stick to that type. Greetings, Bantu Queen. So you kind of have to stick to that type. So you secretly get pregnant by somebody else, and then you secretly get pregnant by somebody else and bring the pregnancy to your man. So your man himself, he's not even supposed to suspect that he's infertile. Okay? Sometimes when it's just one person in that family that is suffering from male infertility, the sisters, the brothers, the sisters and the mom will approach you. They will tell you, look, that other brother of ours has children. Let's keep it in secrecy. Meet with him so, he can give children to that one and remove that shame. We go through such length to keep the family together. Okay? And another thing our fathers do, when they marry a woman who has children, these children become his as well. It's a package deal. It's not a myth. It's not a myth. Because even when you come marry such a woman who already has children, her people are going to ask you, are you willing, are you ready to welcome her children in your home as yours? If you say no, they send you back. They say, okay, then you can't have our daughter either. So you see, there's balance in everything. The women stick their neck out for the man. The man stick their neck out for the woman. Is not here. People want to be choosy. They're only the person, wife or husband, is like a buffet, because these colonizer, this is how they live. For them a woman is a sex object. You see how they treat their women. When they feel she's that powerful, they split her open and share her with the friends. Our people never do stuff like that. So you guys have to understand that the family for us is something sacred. A woman is not a piece of bread you can split and share with your friends. And women who are out there accepting stuff like that know that you are spiritually destroyed. You need to cleanse and give up these ways. Your power, your energy that comes from your core is not to be shared with everybody. We don't do stuff like that. They're highly perverted. Why you think they take power away from their women? By doing stuff like that, they share her with their friends. They do kind of stuff like that. And you too, our sons out there. Remember what I said in one of the videos, when you sleep with a man's woman or daughter, you are under that man's power. Those of our sons who go around playing, they have that sick lifestyle. How do they call it? Somebody help me with that terminology. These people who sleep with each other's partner. What is the term? What is the term they use for that? Yeah, wife swapping. Those who do the swingers, all these people, stop. These are not our ways. If there's a guarantee way, you basically destroy yourself. Let me tell you something. These Mzungus are not doing things just for doing. A lot of them have access to our spiritual secret. They know that when you have an intercourse with a woman, you can draw her life force from her. Same thing with a man. You know, some people, they prepare their women like, any man who will sleep with you will carry all my bad luck forever. Him being your rightful husband, guess what? You're gonna take up all that dirt, you're gonna take all that, funk, and carry it around. So guys, really play safe out there. Okay? So a woman is something of, someone very valued. The Muzungus, when she does something wrong, they kill her, they shoot her or whatever. They do whatever to her. But for us, for African, who kills a woman has killed an entire village. So you have to understand that we go through extreme length to maintain that family unit together. We don't get rattled or because somebody got laid. So a whole empire you guys have built, you have to split it into two. You have to destroy it because somebody got laid, So you have to go pansexualism. So you have to go back to the way our parents, our forefathers handle such situations, okay? So please understand that marriage is a give and take. People don't just throw the towel because, somebody made a mistake, one mistake, that's it. They're going to the court. They're feeding, they're feeding each other to the wolf, calling the law, doing all this and that. The hypocrisy of our people. One side we want to be African, and then the other side we embrace all that perversion, the former enslavers have taught us. We know better now. We have to drop anything which is not clean, anything which is not royal-like, anything which is not regal. So we have to be careful with all that. We have to stay away from all their perversions. Even those of our children over there engaging into polyandry or polygamy or whatever. No, it's not a way for people to. It's not a way for people to have their fantasy sex, 2 or 3 women in a room. No. When you marry several women, they encourage all of you to live in the same compound so that you could, cultivate that unity among the wives, among the children. But however, each got their moment with their husband, each have her space with their husband, and nobody else is there. It's not the perverting things you guys are doing out there these days. I hear a bunch of stories what our children are engaging themselves into. Okay, so we have 55 in the chat, and we only have 27 likes. So get on those likes, my people. Remember, it's a transaction of energy. All right, we are defeating servitude. Your queen got pretty just for you and deliver you these golden nuggets from the continent. So go on those likes. Won't like, only the haters will not like what I have to say. So stop breaking our families apart for nonsense. Okay? If you're going to be a Monkosi, you need to stick around Nubia because we're going to teach you how to get there. A Monkosi is somebody heavy. Okay, a Kandakis is somebody heavy. We're not the queens that would, go crazy because you caught him on something. Let me tell you how we handle infidelity. It's an infraction, okay? What our forefathers and stuff were doing is like, if you catch another man sleeping with your wife, You go to the council of elders, you go and report him. And the other man, they all will gather and call him. He will have to come and apologize before you. And you can tax him. You can ask him whatever you want as a restitution of your pride, because he caused you to lose face in the face of the community. So this is how you take your power back according to our people without breaking your family. So the council of elders would say, okay, what do you want? What do you think is fit, for your honor to be restored? You may ask for $1 million. Like Negro, you're going to work for the rest of your life and pay that. So, and it's a debt. In the eyes of the law of the land is in the eyes of the people. And he signed the paper. You can take it to court and have it recorded in court that this individual owe me this amount of money. And whenever the guy dies and he hasn't paid you, you can go, and when they, they share his estate, you can go and have that debt paid. Okay? That's why I was saying it's important we start having like councils of elders and stuff in every area. So I will need you guys to mobilize on that. I can be the overseer of such thing. So those of you who want to create satellite Nubia's office in the community, I encourage you to do that. Remember, I'm not here to compete with any of you. I'm your queen. We have to find a way to organize ourselves. So when we move back home, we don't go dispersed. We go organized now. We show up being royal, and maybe more royal than some back at home. Okay, I really hope our youth back at home are watching these videos, because a lot of our children are caught up in the modern thing. They want to be the modern, and a lot of our children are walking away from our ways and getting farther and farther lost. Okay? So we don't break up the family under any circumstances. That's why our sons are out there. Not because you pay child support to a woman, you think it's a fight you could ever win. Our ancestors did everything, even in the cases where the man or the woman has fallen out of love with each other. She's still their wife. They don't chase her away. She will have her house in the family compound. She still, maintain her status as wife and her right. Should the guy die and stuff, her and her kids will have their share of his estate. They don't chase her away because Bantu people know. They know the power the woman has. They don't want to fight her or whatever. They let her be, because if she leaves, they lose those children. They lose those children. The children are going to leave the family compound and follow their mom wherever. And what we are all about is about reproducing and sharing a legacy. Our children are our number one wealth. So we don't let them go. So we go and put up with whatever to keep that family, together. Okay? So, and just like another thing you need to know, you will see that in our ways, in our culture, there is balance everywhere. The Muzungus, the Ntanganese, they bring their trickery in their laws. People who didn't work for anything, they can come and wipe you clean because they know how they've been stealing from around the world. Of course, their ways have to be reflected somehow in their laws. Wouldn't you think? Okay, like for example, when you guys watch that video, the marriage right for the Fang people, you will see that they bring gifts of money, they bring this, and that. Some families may ask you to build a house for the father if they're very poor, whatever the case is. So you see, so in the event someone wants to repudiate his woman, let's say he's so mad or she did whatever and want to send her back, tradition wants that he send just her back. He doesn't try to get his dowry back, because if he does, some guys are stupid enough to they want to repudiate her, to kind of humiliate her for whatever. But even that, the ancestors have covered that, because if you ask for the money you put on over her head back, guess what? They take the children she produced for you too. They take them back. So as you take your dowry back, if she had 5 kids for you, come on, return our children. And then the children becomes part of her father's legacy. The children change their last name to that of her father. Like that. So there's balance everywhere. Okay, my people. We have 60 in the chat and just 43 likes. Let's go on those likes. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep it a little short for today. So if you like this live stream, if you like this message, I mean, we have to go back. So many families are broken for not knowing. If you are going to marry a woman, you know, be prepared to take her with her good, with her bad. We are not a buffet. Someone comes and just take, oh, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. No, we go through great length to support one another, to cover up each other's shortcomings and so on. We do that all the time. Okay? Marriage is not a matter, is not a matter of boys. If you know you're still that immature, stay away from marriage. Marriage is a matter of man. You gotta be a man, because you gotta be heavy. You know, some people, they get married, but they don't really know what they want. They have their friends in their ears. They have their parents in their ear. The wife or the husband finds himself or herself living with people they didn't exchange vows with, because the person you married to surrender his power to them, and they be the one calling the shot. This is dangerous. So that's why during the African traditional marriage, the mothers, they sit down. They be like, dare you torture my daughter over there? You know, I'll show face. We will have that conversation. Divine greeting, divine greeting. So you have to keep all that in mind. You know, gentlemen, when you have children with a woman, don't think that you can ever win that fight. Our people don't stand between a woman and her children. They know it's a fight they can never win. Okay? So when you have a woman, a lot of our sons, you know, because they have beef with the mom, they don't want to take care of the children. You are so mistaken. That's why a lot of you are out of job. That's why a lot of you go through what you go through. We covered in a previous video that these children are just not children. These are your ancestors reincarnated. So as you walk with them, you walk funny with them, guess what? They take away everything. They're like, if we're going to go hungry under your care, guess what? We're going to take away your job. We're going to take away that promotion. We're going to take away this, and that. So when you have children with a woman, take it easy, you know? Absolutely. We have to stay away from the curse of the colonizers. No child is a bastard. Okay? As the African people, like I told you how our forefathers cover up for their wives when she happens to go and get pregnant outside, because she is called to do the same thing. Should he become impotent, should he become infertile one day, you know, we cover up each other. You don't strip her naked and throw her out there. Our people say you never know the child who will bury you. Okay? You may see situation where your blood children deserts you, but the child your wife brought as a child in your home, that child is the one who's gonna feel more for you and bury you with dignity and everything, while your blood child may be running around. So that's why our people say, if you have known a woman nakedness, and she says you the father of her child. Don't humiliate her by running around. Yeah, I'm gonna get a DNA. It's not like our people. Our people don't do that. Because if you have uncovered her nakedness, you have known her to the deepest level of her being. She can curse you. She can curse your life because you took her pride. So if she comes and says you're the father of her child, accept it. Our fathers discourage our brothers from doing that. Our fathers, they will ask you, did you share intimacy with her? Okay, she said you're the father of her child, so be it. Let's go see her parents. Let's go show face and claim the child before he's born. That's how royals carry themselves. They don't have time to go around a woman you have known privately. You go and drag her before the court. She now has to prove that you fathered her child. It's ridiculous. Okay? And now to our daughters. You have no business going through 9 months of aggravation to have a baby for someone who doesn't love you. Have more self-respect. A man who doesn't love you, doesn't want to reproduce with you, leave him alone. Because at the end of the day, our babies are the ones suffering. Some men have the tendency of walking away from children they choose to bring about. How many times a child they force on him? So you see? So I want our children to carry themselves in a very royal manner. If you share intimacy with a girl, and I told you that during the sexual act, when you enter a woman's chamber, you go and meet with her ancestors in that dark room. Okay? So once you've done all that and she comes and says she's pregnant, you have to humiliate her before white men. You go and stand in front of a white man and say, that woman, I didn't touch her. She lying on me. You stripping her naked. Don't do that. That's why Mzungus don't respect a lot of our, don't respect us, basically. You see them, how they apply that law, one, in the wrong way when it comes to us. If one of us is a murderer, we are all murderers. If one of us is a thief, they are all thieves. No matter the engineer, the doctors, the astronaut, the president, the nothing, no, we are all dirty like that. So you have to be conscious about that. When you guys go around, like my ex used to do when he started building a file against me, playing the illegal game, he started calling the cops on me day and night. I remember there was one time he had me kicked out of the house, you know, saying that I hit him first. He started playing this sick game. One of the cops who came was a Mexican guy. He didn't know I spoke Spanish. He was outraged. He said, what a stupid man. And I had to leave the house with a sick child at night playing these little games. The guy insulted him in Spanish. He said, what a punk. He puts her out in the night with a child because, oh, she hit him. What did he tell her? That makes it, he said all that. He said, I hate these people right there in front of me. So you could imagine my shame. My face hit the ground. I had to pick it up and glue it back on my face. The things we do to one another in this country, you guys need to stop all that. You can't have it both ways. You use the tools and the weapons of the system you condemn against your own family. You know, you play their little games. You know, the thing is, if it's a white woman calling, they will never put her out with the child. They have a whole program, they have a whole regimen they operate when it comes to us, because their agenda is to divide us. So he started sitting on it. I even found out he started donating to police, you know, because after we divorced and I kicked him out, they were calling looking for him. You know, they were calling looking for him that, we appreciate your donation. Would you donate again? I'm like, do not ever call back here. That individual list has been terminated. You know the kind of sick games we play. But we have to come back to that place where we say, okay, of all the groups of people that come, a lot of them come and thrive. We are the only ones who are still left behind because we don't have that foundation. That culture was stripped away from us. Now the information is out there for all of us to know that when we do this, we're in the wrong. When we do that, we're in the right. We have to keep our families together like a glue. Okay? So I would like one of you to take the initiative to start organizing councils of elders. You can do that under NUBIA, so we can always, work together. We don't need competition. We don't compete. This here is for our people. I know. The cat has something to say. Bantu Blue Love. We are unbreakable because we know how to stick together no matter what. Okay? We are unbreakable. We love our people regardless. So start cultivating these strong family bonds. Okay? Yesterday I covered, you don't kick your kids out, you don't ban them from your families just because they don't level up to your expectation. You don't ban them just because they're gay or they're trans or they're this and that. Don't try to be God in our children's life. Just guide them according to Tate Nzambe mandates and love them unconditionally. Okay? Okay, my lovely royals, thank you so much for joining in today. Share. A lot of our people need to hear this message. So tomorrow we will cover the economic aspect. All right, how our forefathers used to do business, how they used to multiply, how they used to multiply what they had, how they build those empires. All right, they don't know. All right, so we're wrapping up. Can you just text in the comment box where you're watching us from? I want to get an idea who are tuning in. Let me know where you're watching us from and know that you're receiving my warm royal greeting and my royal blessings, divine protection from our God, Tate Nzambe, from our ancestors. London, UK, Kenya, Georgia is in the house. San Antonio, Texas, Taylor's, USA, Mississippi, Canada, Florida, Louisville, Kentucky, Ghana, Los Angeles, France, bonjour. Houston, Austin, yay! Our people are alive everywhere. Share these messages. If you know you have wronged a woman or a man, go and apologize. Say, listen, I didn't know when I did this, but I watched a message from Queen Ngningone, and we are to make up. I'm not asking people to take their exes that really have wronged them, but they should be. You guys should cultivate a healthy relationship. All right? Go and see the woman you wronged, the woman you have humiliated, the woman you dragged before court, knowing you have uncovered her nakedness. And when you humiliate her before a court, that a white man had to tell you whether it's your child or where it's not, apologize. It's an abomination for our people. Okay? Whatever your man produces is yours. And whatever your woman produces is yours. Stop dismantling family because somebody got laid. We are beyond that. We don't break down empires because somebody got laid. We are Monkozis and Kentucky's. We are heavy. Hello. All right, my lovely royals of Africa. So tomorrow we will talk about how to multiply our abundance, how we grow, and so on. Okay. I'm so happy to see you. So we will wrap this up. Peace, love, and unity at all time. Remain the lovely royals of Africa. Those in France, si vous voulez que je commence à poster en français, envoyez-moi des messages à NUBIA, the path to return, @gmail.com. Si vous voulez les messages en français, laissez-moi savoir, ok? C'est beaucoup de boulot quand même. All right? So if they want messages in French, they need to send me an email about it. I love you too. I love you, my people. I got you guys here in my heart and in my vein. All right, my lovely royals. So peace, love, and unity until tomorrow. All right. May our ancestral presence never depart from you. Let them guide you. It's important you go under the sun once, like 30 minutes. Try to walk barefoot. Detox. They talk to you. They'll talk to you. They'll guide you. All right? Connect with our source, our ancestors, and Tatanzambe. Our ancestors are deserving ancestors. Trust and believe. They walk around you. There were no slave masters cutting people into pieces, setting people on fire. They didn't do none of that. So trust and believe you have a strong ancestry, and they're very much alive. They walk with you. Okay, my lovely. So peace, love, and unity until next time. Take care of each other. Okay? Mwah. Bye for now. Thank you.